the Honorable Executive Chairman, what prompted that communication and why he thinks that Yekeh should be suspended at this time during the extraordinary session of the first quarter of the 55th legislature. So, Emmanuel Dahn, Liberia.
Okay, so let me say thank you to all of you for coming. I believe all of you are members of the Press Bureau of the Legislature, specifically the House of Representatives, been following the trend of events. And so, as you asked, what prompted? So, on Sunday, I usually, listen to our colleague whenever he's discussing issues on his page or whatever media institution, to follow and know what exactly those issues are he's discussing. Well, on Sunday it was so disgusting, for some of us who listen. I'm a father of a girl child, and I also have a wife, and I come from a mother. I'm one person who, has a lot of respect for women. And before we talk about the elderly, so listening to my colleague discussing the issues, I thought he had a better way to put it. There was a better way he could have placed his, assertions. For any reason, he accusing people of, going after his life because somebody posted a photo with he and a young lady. Even though we condemn it because I think it was wrong for someone to have gone and placing the young lady's photo on social media. But then the words that were used, on our First Lady, while watching the podcast that day, I started to shed tears, listening to our colleague, discussing the female, not just a female, but discussing the First Lady of the Republic of Liberia in such a manner. Not only that, condescendingly discussing the first family of the Republic of Liberia. I thought it was not necessary. I thought he was, I don't know how to describe his anger that day. And I asked him what the reason behind it, as he asked the question, what prompted? There's no serious justification. We as leaders of this place, we have to make sure we protect the image of the institution. This is the 55th legislature, and we are in leadership. We cannot sit and allow these things to continue happening. So we have been talking to our colleague. Since I came here, I try to build a relationship with him. We always talk to him. Listen, you have issues. This is the proper way to discuss it. You cannot go as far as, discussing the first family, the First Lady of the Republic of Liberia in such manner. And so it hurt me a whole lot. And as a member of this legislature, I thought to raise the issue so leadership can take charge, and then, like you said, the suspension, where I say appropriate action. So after investigation, to know what prompted his actions.
Your communication track of
just a minute now. They're coordinating.
We were interviewing, I think, 8 questions.
Yes.
So I'm already in flight.
Firstly, we will recognize a partner. You can go on.
Okay, thanks again for the audience. I'm Edward Palmer, and I represent the Manifest newspaper. Your communication actually struck a chord amongst your colleagues. But let's look at precedent. Has there been a precedent in your communication where you were calling for the suspension of a colleague? Let's look at precedent.
You said precedents, meaning it's happened before.
Yeah, has it happened before? Or where
well, I was just elected, I just joined this legislature, a member of the 55th. So I don't know if that has happened in the past. I believe so. Yes, the rules are clear. You understand? So I know there has been done. Even under the 54th, Honorable Kolubah was suspended. So when you talk about precedents here, I wasn't involved with that. I'm a member of the 55th, so I don't know. Since we came here, that has not been done. So we thought, we just called him for our colleague to carry himself according to our rules, as honorables. The issue of your honorability must always be portrayed wherever you are. Our rules are clear. Wherever we go, whatever we do, it must be reflected.
Yeah,
So
my name is Prince, and I report for Prime FM and Focus on Liberia TV. So I have a question for you, Emmanuel Dahn. Yekeh Kolubah, the honorable, has been followed in Liberia with these kinds of attitude. The past government, President George Weah, was on many occasions, insulted by the lawmaker. you are stakeholder at the time. I mean, did you speak on it as you're doing now?
Oh, okay. So I believe it's strong that you are aware that I own a media institution also. And so I'm on record. It's all over social media. Listen, I'm one person. No matter how I differ with you, that's why you see my campaign. All of my colleagues who contested against me in my district all respect me up to this point. Because I'll have issues with you, there's proper way that I can communicate. I don't have to be deaded, I don't have to be nasty, I don't have to be disrespectful. No. So Honorable Kolubah, yes, you remember in 2002 when he used our platform to insult the president. I called on him immediately.
Is it 2002?
You mean 2022?
2022. And so I called on him immediately to retract his statement, referring to the president in such way was wrong. I have condemned him disrespecting the former first lady. I condemned him disrespecting the former vice president. I will continue to do it. These are leaders. We are leaders, man. The same respect we want people to give us. It's reciprocity. I mean, you cannot be disrespectful. You're a leader. You won't be disrespectful to national leaders. I think it's disheartening. I mean, and these are things that prompted our communication. And so, yes, I'm on record for condemning such attitude, and I will continue to do it.
Okay. Gentlemen of the press, before I call on Banner, I'd like to make one clarity. In August, September, Honorable Emmanuel Dahn officially resigned from Jonathan as CEO before he was doing the campaign. He recently resigned, so I want to make the record straight. Now, Banner FM.
Now, Honorable Dahn, one of your colleagues in person of Honorable Billy said on the OK Morning show this morning that you created the monster in Representative Yekeh Kolubah, or the creature is that creature that you have to live with for the next 6 years. But on the other hand, I don't know how do you respond to that. On the other hand, Representative Kolubah got some issues. He alleged that his family has been attacked. He will shortly leave for Ghana to relocate his family. He took a complaint to the LMP. That complaint yet to be addressed, among other issues. Don't you think your colleague got some issues?
Okay, so the first one, according to your reference on mobility, that we created a monster. I don't know what he was speaking about. What did he mean when he said we created a monster? I don't know that because I did not create any monster.
You come from the Unity Party.
Okay, so I'm speaking here as lawmaker of District Number 7, Montserrat County. I'm speaking in my capacity as chairman of the executive, senior member of this 55th legislature. And I think it was not a decent posture on behalf of our colleague. And so we must voice it out. And so I don't know what he was talking about, but this is our way of raising the issue. The issues that Honorable Kolubah has could be legitimate. I speak with him every time. Threats on the family, nobody going to support that. Someone disrespecting him, we are not going to support that. If he has issues, the proper way you must carry yourself as honorable. My issue is the way he conducts himself in public is not in line with our rules of the legislature. No, that is my issue. And so the way he spoke to our mother of the nation, the way he has been speaking, I think he needs to make adjustment. And that's why we bring him to plenary. So we're not going to blind our eyes to the issues that he has concerning his family, their legitimate issues. Nobody going to support any disrespect towards an honorable man. No. Nobody going to support any attack on his family. No. My issue is, as an honorable man, he must carry himself as an honorable man.
Ronald.
Good afternoon. My name is Ronald Josh, and I work for Iran newspaper and Force Television. Honorable Kolubah and you are colleagues mainly from Montserrat County. You have a caucus. Have you been able, prior to your communication to the speaker, have you been able to share this with the caucus?
Share what?
Share what you told the speaker today. You communicated with the speaker.
So sorry, follow up to a question. I just follow up.
They want to understand your question.
Yeah, try to understand.
And so what I'm simply trying to say is, prior to.
So we are members of the caucus. Emmanuel Kolubah has not attended one of the meetings. He's been out every time we call. He's away, and so he has not been able to attend any of our meetings. So besides that, we have this cordial relationship here. When these issues came about, in fact, I was one of those who told him, I said, I will bring you, put you in a car and drive you to the highway. You not have your press conference. I called him to show me his location and refused. Only to go there and speak in that manner. And so, I mean, at a certain point in time, it doesn't require any consultation again. Because we thought that he went off limits.
Follow up to that. Don't you think it is time that you call Representative Kolubah and the office of the president, perhaps inviting him? You are the chair on executive. You will play a major role. Follow to Michael the question of taking it to the caucus. Don't you think it is time that Representative Kolubah, you use your lobbyistic power to sit with the president to know Representative Kolubah, because he one of the first soldiers of the president who brought the government to power.
Well, they have their issues, and we continue to ask on Kolubah what the issues are. Every time I ask him, he wouldn't respond to the exact question. When you ask him what happened between you and the president, he wouldn't answer the question. So besides that, they have their issues. My thing is, as an honorable, this is our book that guards each of us here. And so once you violate that, it raises concern. And these are things that we're trying to flag to our colleagues. That, hey, the rules said this. If you violate, they should be done. So investigation is going to continue with
KMTV,
with
the
this.
last question, please.
Emmanuel Dahn, your
Go to press.
communication service today was discussed and later on sent to committee room. The committee is rules, order, and administration, and that committee is chaired by Honorable Marvin Cole. In passing, I listened to him saying that the communication will not be taken seriously. What's your take?
Well, I know I don't want to dignify that because I believe strongly that it was just a joke. Usually we crack jokes, and on McCall, it's a colleague who is jovious. Every time you saw him playing the conk in my head, right? So you on a normal situation, he wouldn't have done